there a danger for Democrats and for the Democratic brand with what Joe Biden's going to do in the next 49 days?
Well, Leland, I think most of the damage has been done. Lost election, we got crushed. The pardoning of his son Hunter, a tragic, I think, moment in American political history. We can all relate to having a child that we want to protect. Many Americans, too many American families can relate to how addiction can destroy people and families. But none of us, not one of us, other than one, can relate to the power to actually pardon our children. And that's what makes the United States so different than other countries. I'm afraid we're taking some really dark turns, Leland. Donald Trump abused pardons. Joe Biden, I believe, has now done the same. And frankly, most presidents do. And I think it's time for some reform. And as for the coming weeks before the inauguration, look, is there a risk? Yes. But there's also an opportunity for Joe Biden to do some things, make some statements, maybe even make some apologies for his missteps that would help the Democratic brand and party as we proceed to the midterms.
You want to put bets on that happening?
No.
No, okay, fair enough. Jon Stewart has brought out, I think, what's probably the worst part for Democrats of what Joe Biden's pardoning of his son did. And there's more to it wrapped up in this. Take a listen.
Rules, loopholes, and norms. The distance between the systems Democrats say they are revering and the one that they're using when they need to is why people think it's rigged. Use the rules, use the loopholes, the norms, but also use it to help the people, not just those people related to you.
All right, so there it is. If one thing came from this election, it was throw all the bums out, right? It was an anti-establishment election as much as it was an anti-the Democratic Party election. Why are Democrats not taking this opportunity to start attacking the establishment rather than defending it?
Well, because then the establishment would be attacking itself. And I happen to be affiliated with a party right now that prioritizes tenure, not talent, that wants to protect its power and prestige and proximity to power. And I think it's tragic. Next week, my colleagues in the House Democratic Caucus that were elected to the next Congress will start voting on committee ranking members, essentially the Democratic leaders on committees. And we might see as early as next week whether or not the Democratic caucus has taken this to heart and is ready for generational change and to change the culture and the ethos of a party and a caucus that I think has really lost its way, as evidenced by this wipeout in the last election.
One thing among the many things I've admired about you is your willingness, to, number one, to tell the truth, but it's also how many Democrats talk to you. You don't need to share names with us, but have you seen, and can you share with us any anecdotes that give you hope that that's actually going to happen?
I've had a lot of conversations, Leland. A lot have reached out to me. Beginning the night of June 27th with the disastrous debate by Joe Biden, people started recognizing that maybe I was right, although I'm not trying to say that too much publicly. And of course, in the last few weeks, as we recognize that we are essentially blocking talented, competent next-generation members of our caucus from ascending to leadership positions, people who get it, who understand our need to reconnect with rural America, our need to reconnect with working-class Americans, and frankly, to bring some energy and some innovation and next-generation thinking to a caucus that is still a little bit mired in the past. I'm getting a lot of that reach out. And now I was liberated before, even though I had something to lose. Now, in just a few weeks, I will be a private citizen once again and free to share the truth, shine light on corruption. And by the way, Leland, the Biden pardon was not a good look, but the way the Democratic Party conducted that primary in which I competed, suppressing competition, taking names off ballots, refusing to have debate, this is a pattern. And I'm going to call it out, and I'm going to shine light on it because that is the best disinfectant. And hopefully, the better angels in my party will prevail and show a little bit of courage because this is a time for it.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.